I should do book review. Anyways, I have been reading books my whole life right now. Revolves around the fact that I read books, and I'm not going to deny that fact. So, yesterday, this is just a quick story of what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I picked up a new book, my 20th book. It is my 20th book for a reason. Picked up that new book, and it's a book on, still like an artist, 10 ways to become creative. I think something around that. 10 things to know about being creative. Yeah, I think something. So I announced my book. So whenever I want to pick a new book or want to read a new book, or when I'm reading a new book, I announce it to my social media. But this is book 20, this book, because I'm on a read one book challenge. So I picked this book, I announced it, and let me just say, I announced this book by 6:30. I went to church by 7 p.m. Guess what? Pastor preached about being creative, being a creative thinker. Glory when. So all he was saying was about your subconscious, being a creative thinker, being a problem solver. Mind you, I have not read this book yet, but I know what this book is about. So when he was talking about that book, when he was talking about what he was talking about, I was just like tapping my friend. I was telling her that, do you know there's a book for this, there's a book for that. Everything he was saying, once he mentioned subconscious. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, subconscious was a chapter, the subconscious mind, being able to connect with your subconscious, how much of the things we do or say, voluntarily and involuntarily, goes to our subconscious and it manifests to its physical equivalent. So, talked about subconscious, talked about being disciplined, and one book that I learned about discipline from is Financial Discipline, The Richest Man in Babylon. If you've read that book, you'll know how interesting that book is when it comes to savings, borrowing, and accumulating money. So yeah, back to the creative. So what I was doing basically in church yesterday with my friend was every word that pastor says, I am telling her, oh, you should read this book, oh, you should read that book. And yeah, she's a good person. I have somebody that is a good friend, and she'll be like, oh, share it with me. And I think it's, as much as I am a very difficult person sometimes, when somebody tells me that this is a good idea for me, that I should check it out, I will not be reluctant. I will not hold back. I always have an open mindset to try something. When I try it and it's not convenient for me, I just do not go ahead with it. So when I was telling her, oh, you need to, and she had an open mind for it, I was impressed, because normally some people will be like, nah, I'm not a book person. No, don't worry, I don't read books. So she was actually thinking of joy to see that I was suggesting books to this person and she was interested. And so everything was just like aligned. Pastor talking about book and reading, building mental capacity, being a problem solver. I am reading book. I picked up a book that same day, minutes before that sermon, about being creative. So this is just a sign. Whenever I want something, I used to tell God to send me a sign, and that was just a sign that I'm on the right path, learning, unlearning and relearning. I am actually on a very good path, and I am so glad that I'm doing this. I'm always glad that I'm doing this. Anyways, thank you for coming to my little short TikTok.